Hi Amy, welcome to the Village Green Lodge. Today we're going to make a chocolate eclair torte. This is a little different than a lot of the eclair type desserts that you see. There are so many different versions of it that I've been finding that it can be good no matter what it is. We're going to start with a cup of water and 6 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to melt that, bring that to a boil. We've got our water and our butter melted, and now it's just coming, getting ready to come to a boil. What we're going to do is stir in 1 cup of flour, and we're going to stir that until that all comes together. And as it comes together, it actually gets to a point of forming a nice firm ball. And you just want to keep stirring that until it's all smooth. So there, when you see it, it looks very stiff. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that off the heat and let that cool a little bit. What I did, so I was ready, I took another pan and I made this a little ahead of time, and it has had a chance to cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the cooled dough and put that in the bowl, mixing bowl. We're going to add 4 eggs, 1 at a time. What's important is to make sure that each egg gets in there and is mixed well. So we'll get that going on, just on low. Okay, I'm looking pretty good here. Wait a second. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, clean off the mixing blade here. Don't want to waste any of that good dough. Sometimes fingers work the best. And we're going to take the dough and we're going to put it on an ungreased cookie sheet. What we want to do is shape it kind of in the shape of a little donut. So we're just going to put little dabs going all around in a circle. We preheated our oven to 400 degrees, so that's ready for us when we are. And you just kind of go back and smooth it out a little bit. Gotta get every bit of that good stuff. And try to make it even so it's not real fat on one side, which that's a little bit putsy part of it. Okay, we've got our cake ready, and we baked it for 45 minutes at 400 degrees, and now we have to let it cool. So this is a cooled cake. What I've done is I've sliced it in half horizontally, and we're going to move it on to my pretty cake plate here. I'm going to just take that off and set that there and put that aside. Now what we're going to do is make our filling. And what we do for our filling is we take 2 cups of, I like the French vanilla instant pudding. Then we're going to add 2 cups of half and half. I like to use the light half and half. And this one little pint is 2 cups. So put the whole thing in. And then we're going to just mix it on low on your mixer until it starts to thicken. As you see it thickening, now what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 container, an 8-ounce container of, I like to use light Cool Whip. And again, I always like to use the light things because then I don't feel like it's quite as sinful. But it still tastes just as good. I'm just going to continue on low, mixing that until it's all nice and blended and creamy. And that's your filling. Couldn't be any easier than that. Now what we're going to do next is take our cake and we're going to put our filling in between the layers. Just put it around there. And if time permits, if you can put the filling in the refrigerator for a little bit, that just helps to get it a little firm too, but it will firm up as you cool it before you serve it. And this makes it's such a nice light dessert, but it actually is kind of an elegant looking dessert when it's all put together. So you could serve this for a spring dish. We serve it as birthday cakes for our family get-togethers, so everybody really loves this. And you can we've called it puff, we've called it chocolate eclair torte, so we've given it different names over the years. Okay, bloop there. Now what we're going to do is take our top and set that on there like that, and just let that sit there. Next thing we're going to do is go on to make our frosting. And with the frosting, what we've got is 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1 cup of Hershey's cocoa powder, unsweetened. Then you can add like 2 to 5 tablespoons of milk. What you want to do is just put it in and then get it until it's just the right consistency. We're going to put about a ½ teaspoon of almond extract and about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're just going to stir that up until that gets nice and creamy. Okay, we'll just keep stirring that till it all comes together into a nice creamy texture. Okay, so after we've been mixing our frosting for a little bit, it's just a nice thick frosting consistency, kind of silky looking. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of put it over the top of our cake, and we'll spread it with a little knife. And it's actually just like eating a chocolate eclair. So there you have our chocolate eclair torte.